What's going on, Meta fam? We got an action-packed video again for you here today. First things first, today marks 298 days since the MMTLP U3 halt. Here it says, the claims is that FINRA and SEC are here to protect investors. Currently, are there any other investors besides some in MMTLP that were taxed for gains they never realized? Is Gary Gensler treating this as a priority as the extended tax deadline approaches? And he tagged Hester Pierce as well. So, yes, I did see some people commenting about this here. And for me and Fidelity, they did say that I had a realized gain in my Fidelity account. I have never sold a single share of my MMTLP in my Fidelity account. I talked to my tax advisor on that, and he said, "You never sold it?" And I said, "No, I did not." He said, "Well," I said, "Can I put that down as a zero because I technically did not sell anything. I never realized any gain. I'm still holding every single share I've ever bought, and you can see I've never sold that CUSIP number, ticker symbol, whatever you want to call it nowadays. I never sold a single share." So I got my documentation, the purchase dates, the purchase price, and we marked it as zero. So we'll see what happens if I get any kind of audit down the road or anything like that. But we did put it as zero, filed it, and we haven't got anything yet. So a lot of other people put that as well. Like, we haven't sold it, so we're not going to pay anything on it because we haven't realized any gains yet. Moving forward here, John Berta did this tweet here, and this is pretty exciting. This could be, in my personal opinion, where I think this could be heading, but we'll see. So this post here says, broker-dealers can be held primarily liable for failing to fulfill their gatekeeping responsibilities of monitoring their clients' trading activities. Good job, Alan, Wes, and the teams at both firms. Bodes well for all of the other cases, including the potential case that MMAT may file. So, here you see the Warshire Bernstein. And we click on this link here. It's going to take you here to this publication under Warshire Bernstein. And let me zoom in on this for you and make it a little easier to read. Here you can see, broker-dealers can be held primarily liable for failing to fulfill their gatekeeping responsibilities of monitoring their clients' trading activities. On yesterday, 10/2/23, Warshire Bernstein prevails against formidable opposition from major banks and brokerage houses. I'm just going to read this first paragraph here to kind of give you the breakdown of what happened here. It says, Warshire Bernstein, a full-service law firm in New York City, today announced on September 29th, 2023, Federal District Court Judge Lorna Schofield of the Southern District of New York issued an opinion and order in Harrington Global Opportunity Fund, CIBC World Markets, that will reverberate through the compliance departments of every brokerage firm on Wall Street. And it says there, in her decision, which denied defendants' motion to dismiss Harrington's market manipulation claims of spoofing, Judge Schofield found the broker-dealers may be primarily liable for manipulative trading initiated by their customers because they serve as gatekeepers of trading on securities exchanges and have a continued responsibility to ensure that their customers' order flow is in compliance with all applicable rules, regulations, and laws, and detect and prevent manipulative or fraudulent trading under the supervision and control of the firm. So that is huge. If you want to read the rest of that, like I said, check out John Berta's post, click on that link, or you can just go right to the Warshire Bernstein website as well. Moving forward here, Metamaterial News put out this tweet here on MMAT. It's nice to see that we got some awesome stuff to bring MMAT back into the mix, guys. So let's go over what we got here going on. In the last 30 days of MMAT, Metamaterials completes 6 million common stock purchase agreement with Greg McCabe. Metamaterials receives 6.2 million purchase order. Metamaterials partners with Panasonic on supply of nano web films. And Metamaterials class action lawsuit is officially dismissed. So, and here you can see all of the things here on Metamaterials and just everything right there, guys. This is definitely going in the right direction. It's exactly what we want to see. And the excitement here of what's going on with MMTLP, and I've always said this, man, as soon as there's some kind of resolution of MMTLP and us retail investors start to get that money back in our pocket, get it in our brokerage accounts, you best believe we're going to be buying some MMAT, because that is going to be the catapult to just take this to the next level as soon as this baby gets resolved. And let's hope we get made whole and get, payment back. We're hitting almost 300 days. Our money has been locked up. They owe us for that time. Our money has been locked up. They stole that from us. And that money is still sitting somewhere, and we don't know where it's at. That money that was in the brokerage that now just says zero. All right. Metamaterial News here has this post. Naked shorting economist Robert J. Shapiro states the SEC was concerned about short squeezes while creating Regulation Show. Robert Shapiro states that Reg Show has enormous loopholes while advising the SEC. Due to the enormous loopholes, naked shorting is continuing to happen. On June 12, 2023, the SEC charged investment advisor and principal an abusive naked short selling scheme. Patrick Byrne shares his concerns about Reg Show and illegal short practices. In order to allow this to continue, the SEC come up with the flimsiest possible rule against it. If you would like to see some changes, please retweet and spread the word. Here it says, the SEC is not recommending prison time for these illegal acts, but charging these firms less than 1% of their annual revenue. Meanwhile, there are currently 20 publicly listed companies investigating their stocks of naked shorting, and some have found share imbalances during their investigation. So here's an audio clip of Shapiro on Reg Show, January 2nd, 2023. And let's listen to this clip here, guys. Sure, get the volume up here. Yes, volume's good.
I'll tell you a story that when they were going through, I was advising the SEC on Reg Show, and when they showed me the original version, I said to them, there are enormous loopholes here. You're not going to really resolve the problem. And they said, we're concerned about short squeezes. And I said, you shouldn't be concerned about short squeezes. Short squeezes are the way the market disciplines people who've broken the rules.
Yes.
You should welcome them.
Yes.
But that's not their view.
So the SEC in 2005 passed, due to the enormous public pressure, passed a very flimsy regulation against this stuff. It's called Reg Show, SHO. And it was as flimsy as they could make it. In fact, it drew widespread criticism and suspicion that what they had done was, in order to allow this continue, come up with the flimsiest possible rule against it.
All right, so you heard that there from Robert Shapiro. Says short squeezes are meant to be there. It keeps the market in check. And what happens is you let these market makers, these hedge funds, do all this illegal stuff, and they mess up and they get short squeezed. They learn their lesson. It hits them where it hurts. But here recently, when it starts to barely hurt them in the pocket, SEC, FINRA, whoever steps in and saves the day, and they don't lose their money. So they're not learning any lessons here. There's no jail time. They'll just come back a couple years later, get a 1%, may get a couple $1 million fine. They don't care. They made $1 trillion on it. They'll give you a couple million. That's how it works, man. And that's what we're hoping here in change. Before we end today's video, got to highlight I'm going to start doing, I think, the knife of the day. That's right. Out of my collection that I purchased recently, this is one here. I love the design of it. It's actually really cool. Got the skull, the lightning on there, man. It's a pretty cool piece. Has some cool design. I love the blade and the cool design on the blade. Just something different. You don't usually see that too often. So I wanted to highlight that in today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button. And for right now, I'm just disabling the comments. People just so negative. I understand everyone's upset about MMTLP. We're not getting paid. That anytime I talk about a knife or talk about a cup, people just go crazy. So comments are going to be disabled. If you want to get in touch with me and contact me, you can check the description, guys. I got my business email in there. You can also message me on Twitter as well. So that's the ways you can contact me if you want to. But all I ask, just smash the like button, guys. That really helps out a lot. Love and appreciate every single one of you all. Peace.